Hello, everyone. This is Pepin NHL Talk. I'm Thomas Pepin, and let's play some NHL. So I'm pretty excited. I'll get to the reason why in a second. But just to let you know the plan for today, we're going to finish off free agency, assuming I don't take too long, and hopefully get a start on the next season. And to get to the exciting things, so I had a couple minutes before the start of the stream, and I was just looking to see where I was at, and I noticed something interesting. So originally at the start of free agency, Patrick Kane was asking for, I think it was like 10.25 million or something like that. He's asking for 8.125, and look at his stats. 45 goals, 33 assists in 77 games. It's one of the highest. No, I don't think it is the highest, but I think it's got to be like top 3 or something in goals. He's a 94, a franchise player. He's 34 years old, which is not that old. He's asking for 2 years, which, whether 2 years is right or not, that's another question. But that's a really reasonable cap hit given, well, what you would have seen in the previous stream. We got 2 franchise draft picks, so they're making the entry-level contract for 3 years. So we kind of have 3 years of a lot of extra cap space that we can use. And of all things that you could spend on, Patrick Kane at 8-ish million, man, is that ever good. And the other thing, in terms of line fit, the current plan, I believe, was to have Pacioretty, who we signed, to slot in there on the second line, because we need one guy on the second line, or sorry, or is it the first line? No, we need somebody on the first line, which we got Pacioretty, I believe, and he's supposed to fit there. And then for the second line, everything was all sorted. But that being said, if you go over to where we currently sit with our franchise, we actually have a real perfect opportunity to sign Kane, and I'll show you exactly why. So we've got Draisaitl, Hughes, Buchnevich. They all played great, and we're keeping them. Giroux, Pacioretty make up the rest, the 5 spots of our first and second line. And then it's supposed to be Marchessault that comes in for the 6th spot. Now, as we spoke of last stream again, he's at 4.7. Well, we didn't say that, but he's asking for 6.4. And although that's reasonable, if you take a look at his stats, 18 goals, 45 assists, contrast that with Kane. Kane's a major improvement. Now, when you look at that, okay, well, 4 million, and we currently have 2 million in cap space. Well, where you get the cap? Well, if we remember, we've got Arvidsson, who doesn't fit on any line. So the plan was to trade him eventually anyways, but it might be now. That lines up perfectly. So after the top 6, let's just say Marchessault and Arvidsson are out, Kane comes in. Let's say, even worst case scenario, we trade Marchessault and Arvidsson, and we can't get Kane. Let's say somebody else nabs him. Worst case, Bjorkstrand can come up to the first line, and then we can adjust everything else, because he had 22 goals, 26 assists in a shortened season, 67 games, and he mostly played the third line. So in reality, he could probably slot into the top two lines and do very well. So, and on top of it, we have Lawton. Again, he can fit into the first line. 23 goals, 32 assists in 81 games. So, I mean, we really have, even as backups, awesome options. And then so currently the plan, we've already went over the top six. And then it was supposed to be Lawton, Bjorkstrand, and Chubarov, our franchise draft guy, to fill out the third line. I didn't really want to have Bedard play the fourth line, but it's okay with me at this moment. There's going to be injuries. He'll move up. It's fine. Also, 79 to be on the third line is, I mean, not unreasonable, but he's supposed to be playing depth. Well, Chubarov too, but whatever. Well, and actually, to be honest, Chubarov and Bedard could be on the fourth line. But anyways, that's a different story. So we've got currently slotted in Bjorkstrand, Lawton, and Chubarov in the third, Bedard and miscellaneous for the fourth, which we're going to pick up in the remaining days of free agency. So in the end, very clearly, Marchessault and Arvidsson are excess. You add their two salaries together, that makes up $9 million. So we even have an extra $1 million in cap space after signing Kane, in theory. So why wouldn't we? We couldn't better allocate money to defensemen because we already have an ideal situation where we have, elite defensemen. Theodore, Slavin, Parayko, Dobson, and even a fifth defenseman as Orlov is a really good position to be in. And then we were still going to figure out what to do with Giordano, Goligoski, and Wideman because they all expire. And Giordano is asking for too much. Goligoski hasn't even indicated interest. And then Wideman, I mean, he's just depth. So we're probably going to trade all three, to be honest. But, I mean, we have 5 solid defensemen. Whoever we pick up to fill the 6th and 7th, in all likelihood from trading 3 players, it's probably going to be an improvement. So on top of how it currently stands. So to be honest, and again, coming back to what I said, and I should just say goalies strategy is 3 just serviceable goalies with decent stats, and we've got that. Stolarz, Wedgwood, and Thompson currently is showing up as in the system. So we don't need to do anything for goalies. I strategically don't like the idea of even spending more on a goalie anyways. So all signs point to signing Kane. The next question, given that I believe is the obvious decision, is do we go for him now, or do we gamble and wait till some other team attempts to sign him and try to sign him at a better value? Because then that way we can see how low he'll go for his contract and then just overpay versus whoever else is going for it, and it's probably going to turn out being the same price as what we're seeing right now. So, and then like I said, we even as a backup plan have Bjorkstrand and Lawton to move up. So there's really not too much risk to do that either. So, yeah. So anyways, that's kind of the whole situation. One thing I just realized, maybe we're not as clear as I think we are. Give me a sec to figure this out, because if you look in the column 2023-24, it says 96 million. Now why is that? So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So we've got 20 contracts. It says 96 million. So then maybe we don't have the space. I'm glad I noticed that, because that could have been bad. Okay, but in any case, we save $1 million, so it'd be 95. Save $1 million, 95. Save another $2 million from getting rid of Goligoski. That's 93. Hmm. 93 puts us at 5 million over the cap. Bjorkstrand. We could trade and make it work. Excuse me. How's everybody expiring when it comes to defensemen? So the only one with real term is Parayko. Then we have Dobson's rights. How long did we sign Orlov for? 3 years. Huh. I kind of feel like just we sign them and then deal with the consequences. Because, I mean, worst case, we just move some things around. $54 points. He's got a lot of term though left. 60 points. He's smart to keep. 68. We should keep. 63. I guess it's not not as clear as I thought it was going to be. Because I didn't projected spent. Is it actually 96? I'm going to do the math because I don't trust. So one thing says one thing and the other says another. So I don't trust it. No, it's not right. So that's got to be total salary across all contracts. Because my math is saying 84. So then, I just did a rough amount. I rounded. So let's make sure I didn't miss anything. So, oh, sorry, because there's 20. I can just count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. No, so that's total spending. See, I'm glad that I checked that and didn't do anything unnecessary and dramatic. Well, that's, I guess, good to know and maybe slightly confusing just why they would even write that, but all the same. Okay, so that makes it simple then. So let's just get right to it. The question is, what do we trade for? So immediate instinct is first round picks. And so I'm just going to go through and try to figure out who's the worst teams. Chicago doesn't look that good. Yeah. Chicago so far. Man, Colorado's pretty good, eh? Oh, one thing I should explain. So the reason I ordered it by overall, not trade value, is overall is going to be an indication of how good the players are. And then because it's ordered by that, I take a look at trade value to kind of approximate how good of performance you can expect out of the players. So it's kind of like looking at both at the same time. That's the strategy I use. And well, in the end, it works. We discovered with the draft picks or the teams I targeted for draft picks at the start of the series. So I was pretty much dead on. How does this compare to Chicago? I think Chicago's still worse. So far, very clearly Chicago. This one's not looking very good. Seattle, too. So Chicago, Seattle. And that's it. So I think, and we're kind of aiming at, but I can't trade players because then it's going to improve the teams. They're pretty far gone to begin with, so I don't think I'm going to dramatically change. Yeah. And then maybe what I can do is trade for one of their good players and in the trade, and then that way we eliminate one good player, and then I can trade that player to anywhere. Doesn't matter where. So use draft picks to kind of pluck a player and then repurpose him elsewhere. I think that's a good idea. All right, so let's get to it. That's a pretty high value. It's going to be difficult to get. Well, we've got no choice but to use a first to try to... We have that second. We might actually be able to pull it off with the first and the second. Let's see. And Arvidsson is probably the best option because we've given up enough value there so far. Where is he? They want him too. So we're currently overpaying. I have a feeling the trade's not going to go through as is, but I'm still going to protect myself and ask for more in case I can get it. Because there's no sense in putting through a trade where you lose more than you have to. Which, I know it's tedious because I do all this try, and it takes time, but let's see if we can get some sort of prospect. I think that's about the same anyways, so let's try this. So let's say no, this might go through. No. Okay, so we're going to have to sweeten a bit. How much, I don't know. Huh. That's a lot to give up. I mean, I'm still okay with it because one sec. I was saying I'm okay with that because, I mean, technically it's in all likelihood going to be a like a top overall pick, so it's not that much to give up in the end. Wow. You do want a lot. Let's try a force. Okay. A third? Still no. Okay. I thought I was going to be able to pull it off with some combination of those, but you don't want Marchessault, huh? All right, let's start with Seattle then. Nobody wants Marchessault. Okay. Now what? Oh, what I can do. So another option is to trade for something that currently has good trade value and then repurpose that first round pick for their first round pick. That's an alternative too. So as you can see, Anaheim, their value is high. Arizona, Buffalo, Carolina. So they're all close. Who's projected to be as bad? Chicago. Montreal. Huh. And they don't want him. That sucks. Okay. Anybody else? San Jose, really? You guys just won the cup and then they're projecting you to be towards the bottom? That's wild. Okay, so then what we're going to do is find a team with cap space that wants him and hopefully has a decent value first pick. So far, not so good. Um, it looks like it's all competitive teams that want them. That's weird. Um, okay. So I think we'll still go with the same idea, but none of these guys have cap space. Huh. Do they have any? No. I mean, Vancouver's not the worst of options. Who do they have? Now we can eat some cap. Well, looks like it's gonna be Pullman. Really? How? Okay, well maybe let's do Myers instead. What? Oh, maybe I can unload, yeah, Arvidsson at the same time. Oh, they're going to be over. Really? Boom. Okay. Maybe. Maybe. So, at the moment, it's not looking. It might take longer in this than I was expecting because this kind of changes things. Apparently, we're close. Do you have any small value prospects? 60, 59, 58, 60 it is. All right. It's a bit weird of a move and a plan, but I think it'll work. We might only be able to get one first round pick in the end. But that's not the end of the world, really. Because okay, so we just got those guys. First I'm gonna save this. We can deal with the guys that we currently have later. We just need to get this pick. Now the question is, we have to try to make a more precise decision because we're not choosing multiple teams. So Chicago finished not last season in the end. And they picked up Bergeron. What's their goaltending like? Oops. Husso they picked up as well. So not as bad. Where's Kraken? So I would say not as good of goaltending in Seattle. Man, this is close. Krasinski can't come in. Yeah, I would say Chicago's worse. Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna try. They want a first round pick, which is good news. That means we have better capabilities in negotiating here. Let's see. Again, I doubt this is going to go through, but we're working our way down. And again, one thing to remember is, we're always going to lose trades. So, and the benefit of doing this is, in theory, a lottery pick who could be another franchise player, which is huge value. Do we have any low value guys? 60. Let's go with that. No. Still no. Okay. Still okay. Let's try a 7th. 6. 5. 4. Wow. Do they want any of those crappy guys we just picked up? Because you never know. No for Myers, no for Pullman, okay. I forget if I just said this, but I meant to say it if I didn't. Those first round picks are of no value to us because, yeah, you can draft a guy that's, reasonably good, but we're not trying to get just reasonably good players. We want the best, and that's it. Surprise, still not yet. Wild. There is a chance this costs too much, and then we're just going to go for one of those teams that have higher players that could conceivably slip and turn out being a lottery pick. So this is going to be our last shot. Running through. Well, obviously we have no more spots to trade. Wow. Two firsts, 2 seconds, and a third for a first. Seems a bit ridiculous to me, but okay. So that plan's not gonna work. Okay, so we're gonna have to look at second tier of crappy teams. Anaheim is so. Coyotes. Montreal we can't get probably. Philly's not looking hot. What's their goaltending like? Not horrendous. Okay. Arizona, I believe it is, as long as their goalie's not fantastic. Ooh, they picked up Anderson. So at the moment, I think Philly might be a better option. All right, so we know almost certainly that 2 firsts aren't going to go, but I don't want to put it through and get it wrong. Let's try this. No, we won't even try that yet. Let's see if we can do it with the rest of the assets. So far, not so good. What did it just say? Oh, so it seems like I'm not far off. Because they changed their tone. Huh. It's getting a bit steep now. Huh. Man, you guys are fussy. What was I gonna change? Still no. Hmm. Do you want any of our crappy guys? No. Jeez. This isn't gonna happen. Wow. Okay. Now what? So another alternative is you can choose the team that has the worst goaltending, regardless of their forwards, and that might give you a better shot. Who is that? Carolina, but they had similar value. Los Angeles. Pittsburgh. Okay, let's see. Huh. Pittsburgh might be a decent target. I like going for Pittsburgh. This one could work. And an option too I was just thinking of is we could trade for one of their decent players and then trade them away elsewhere. That's an option. Huh. Okay. Third and the seventh got it done. Maybe, I mean, technically I overpaid slightly because I could have done a couple other things to adjust, but that's okay. I'll just take that. Okay. Now, the next step is let's take some of their players, if we can. Who's their goalie right now? Let's just completely destroy. Kapanen. Kapanen. Yes, I like that idea. Pick up Kapanen and give you, is there anybody of my bad ones you want? Myers. Wait, how good is Myers? Okay, good. Myers and a third won't work. Oh, I completely forgot about one of my... Did I save it? I think I did, but I'm gonna exit. Oh, whoops. Saved and exited. Oh well. Maybe this one I can go back to. I wanted to pick up that. Okay, so now I'll save this. Sorry. So I guess that's technically cheating, but whatever. I'm okay with cheating on something like that. Something I forgot about was to do it all in one trade because it's all with the same team anyways. So it decreases the amount of assets I have to give up. That's the problem about taking breaks from playing this. You forget about some of the nuances. We wanted to give you our pick. It was your first. It was a first and
I don't know, it doesn't really matter anymore because it's going to be a different package anyways. So Myers, anybody else? Goligoski. Six. $60, $19, $58, $18. Still no, huh? Um, oops, wrong thing. Still no, wow. Okay. All right, so that works. Okay. So we got rid of, in the end, a whole bunch of defensemen all at once. Which, yeah, they technically have great value, but look at how deep they are. They've got way too many defensemen. I completely screwed them over. And then their forwards are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 deep. Not very good. And still their draft pick hasn't gone down. It's tempting to go for their goalie too. $2.75. I don't think he's going to be as impactful. So, do we have more guys to trade? I think that's fine. Okay, so we'll re-save there. So we got one pick. Oh yeah, and we so we got Pittsburgh. Then what was the other one? Ottawa? Oh, but they're trade things too high. Let's see what else we can find. How bad was he? St. Louis, maybe. What's their draft pick like? Too high. Carolina, I think, was too high as well, yeah. Chicago, we can't get. Colorado, no. I think Columbus is going to be too high as well, yeah. Detroit? No. Edmonton was really good last season, but their team doesn't look like it's that great. The top guys are, but the rest, no. Um, one, two, three, 1, 2, 3. You know what? I think I'm going to take a gamble and go for Edmonton too. Because outside of their high-end guys, I mean, it's not. No, let's wait. See if there's anything else first. Was Ottawa good? Huh. Okay. We'll go with Edmonton then, and I'm going to try to deplete their roster the same way I did the other one. So we'll do Edmonton first for Vancouver. That as it is should go through, I think. But let's see. Yamamoto was good. And we'll trade you Pullman. A second. Really, this doesn't go through. Is there any other guys like Pullman? Goligoski? Hmm. Okay, I guess another option is we just go with one team. really mess them up as much as we can here. Okay. We could have maybe done that differently, but I'm okay with how that works. So we're putting all our eggs in Pittsburgh's basket.